Hi everybody, this is Mandy with Mandy's Adventures, and today's adventure brings me to Rudyard, Montana. I am standing outside the Highline Theater in downtown Rudyard. I have wanted to come to this movie theater for a long time, and today Ophelia and her husband Gus are going to take me on a tour inside, tell me history about this movie theater, and I get to take you on the adventure with me. Let's go.
So when we bought the theater in 2001, this sign was hanging in the back of the grounds of the Depot Museum. All broken, there was no intact tubing, and it was just unrecognizable. We knew what it was. We could see the theater on it, the writing, the paint on it. So what we did is we asked them if they would consider swapping the sign that was here, which is a plain wooden sign, for this one, and we would restore it. So they agreed, and we spent like $5,000 on it and had it rebuilt by the original company that had made it. At the time, it was Shelby, the company that built the sign, and it's Montana Sign Company, and they're in Havre. And when we asked them about it, they said they knew the guy that did the script on it because it was his handwriting. His name was Willard. They said, oh yeah, that was Willard so-and-so that made that sign. So they restored it beautifully in 2001. It looks like it needs a little paint on this side. It's better on the other side for some reason. But anyway, we're very pleased. The night we lit it up, people were driving up and down the street like, this is Vegas, baby. They were so excited. The kids were driving around, circles, standing underneath it. And that used to be the big thing. The high school kids would come, and then they would stand underneath the sign while we were getting everything shut down. And people still do that. It's just nice. You can see it from the highway, and it's a landmark.
And this would be the weathered side because of the sun. Exactly. The sun is right behind us. So we're
thinking of having them redo it. But it's just a really cool sign.
Nice. So how old is the sign, would you say?
It was put up in 1949.
Wow. Oh my gosh, that sign has seen some things, hasn't it?
Yes, it has. The first time we had a hailstorm, we were worried. We thought, oh God, it's going to break the thing. That is tough stuff, I tell you. And it's a 4-color neon sign.
Wow.
And they were able to tell from the residue inside the tubing what the color was.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
So it's pink, green, yellow, or gold, I should say, and white.
Nice. Oh my gosh, that is lovely.
Okay, the original owners are my parents. That's Albin and Polly Gustafson. And Dad was a farmer up north, and then being a farmer back in the 40s and the 30s, dust got to him, and he had asthma real bad, and his health was failing, so he thought, I got to do something. I love farming, but I just cannot do it any longer. And so we thought, well, we like to go to movies as kids, we always went. And so he thought, well, heck, I'll just build a theater in Rudyard. And so he built it and opened it up in 1949. And
December, right?
Yep, December of 1949.
Wow.
And now it's back in the family.
I love it, yes. And so did you know what you was doing when you guys took over the theater?
Oh, well, I sort of did, because as a kid, I was raised here.
He worked here. He was a projectionist, and he also swept the floor.
Yeah. My main job as a kid was to sweep the floor. And now that we've bought the theater, my main job now is to sweep the floor. Kind of what goes around comes around.
I love it. But what pride you take in sweeping your floor. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful.
So these pictures on the wall were actually the studios at the time sent for theater owners in Montana, and they took them by plane over to Hollywood to the set there, and they went to the Lawrence Welk
show.
Yeah, and they took pictures with the champagne lady over here. Those are dummies, but they really treated them well back then.
And what year would this be, in 1940?
Probably 50, huh?
That's probably
50?
in the mid-50s.
Okay.
That would be, yeah. because Mom still had dark hair.
Ah, so did your parents ever, did they know that you guys overtook the movie theater?
They passed on
Yeah.
years.
Oh,
They didn't know.
okay.
They offered it to both the sons, but neither. Gus was a pilot at the time. He didn't want to quit flying to do this, and his other brother was a chemical engineer making boku bucks over in Richland working on the nuclear plant there.
Right.
So neither of them wanted to. They
Right.
neither wanted to farm nor take over the.
Right. So Gus, did you fly one of those?
No, I flew mail planes and Federal Express and UPS.
Oh, so you had a really important job. I mean,
yeah.
get those packages. Wow.
This is the plane we used to
That's
fly.
one of
This
my
was our
airplanes
airplane.
there.
Wow.
And this one is like the one that he.
I had a
that we
little
owned
Ronca
together.
Chief just identical to that, and I saw that poster, and I thought, well,
Mm.
that looks just like the little airplane I used to own. So,
Wow. And do you still fly?
not anymore.
No.
Yeah.
Oh boy. It's beautiful. Oh, lovely.
This is the entryway to our theater where people would pay, and we have the prices posted there. They're very reasonable,
Yeah.
and they haven't changed since we started back in 2001. We're an inflation-free zone, and it's very vintage, the pricing. When we first opened up with Gold Member, this came out of the Liberty County Times, and they sent us an ad to we could buy this and have it framed. This tells basically everything about the theater. And one day, Gus and I were coming over to the theater to remove the marquee. We had just finished playing Captain America, and there was a man standing out there with a woman, and he was taking a picture of the marquee. And as we walked up, we made conversation. He goes, "I'm going to take this picture and send it to my friend in California and tell him my movie is playing in the middle of nowhere, Montana." And it was Joe Johnston, the producer of Captain America, and his girlfriend, Molly Fitzgerald, at the time.
Wow.
But they toured our, yep, that was
It's a
him.
film by Joe Johnson. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and so he signed it. We gave him a tour and gave him some popcorn, and they loved our theater. They thought it was just awesome.
Oh, it's one of a kind. I absolutely agree.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh boy. Oh, it's just beautiful. It's stepping back in time.
Yeah, well,
yeah, it is.
yeah, and,
Yeah.
and in history, well, we like to preserve history. So when we bought the house that was one of the prominent businessmen in town, Selmer Sandvik, we bought his house on Main Street, and this is a picture of him with a sailfish that he caught in Mexico, and here's the certificate of that that little event. And in our theater, in the auditorium, is hanging that sailfish that he
Yeah.
caught. The plum.
When
It's
we
up
bought-
on the back wall.
We
Wow.
bought his old house.
Yep.
And that sailfish was in the garage and mounted in the garage, and nobody, could see it.
Right.
And so I asked his daughter, who lives in town, if they would mind if we took that sailfish and displayed it in the theater. She said, "Well, go ahead," so that you
Nice.
those photos and stuff. So we got it here in the.
Wow. Oh, wow.
I show the little kids that, see that fish? I caught it the other day in Tiber Dam.
Oh, did they believe? Did they go,
And
what?
those little kids, they don't want to go swimming in Tiber anymore.
Not with that big fish, no. Oh my gosh, and this is it up here, eh?
Yeah, that's the fish. When those
Wow.
little kids saw that and thought, wow.
And in keeping with the Mexico Acapulco theme, I have my Mexican hats up there. I'm from Mexico, and I just teach Spanish at the local high school. So these are left over. I thought they would make a good accompaniment.
Absolutely. It tells your story, doesn't it? It tells about you. Oh my gosh. And there's so many stories in here.
Oh, yeah. Here's one right here.
Okay.
Little buzzer. Well,
Yes.
Back in the day when they had two machines running, 20-minute film reels, they would switch back and forth. Sometimes the projectionist would have his girlfriend up there, and she would be distracting him, shall we say, and he would miss his cue, and Gus's dad would come down here and ring the bell.
Oh, lovely. Oh my God. Now, does that bell work today?
I think it's
I think it does. You wouldn't be able to hear it.
No.
Nope, we were disconnected.
Oh, but that is awesome that you left that. I mean, what a conversation piece too.
The projector's coming back and wants to relive happy memories, you know?
Yeah, and Gus, I bet that brings memories for you
Oh,
back
it
in the
does, yeah.
day. Oh gosh, that's I love it. That is cute.
Would you like to see the projection?
Yes.
Alrighty.
Look at. Okay, I promise you I won't touch nothing.
Oh, that's okay.
Oh no.
You can't. This is the original projector. There were two of them.
Wow.
And when we bought it, they had converted to what's called the platter system, where you wind the film through here and it goes onto a series of 3 platters. You can wind it to the top and you can have another movie ready to go on the bottom. And then when that movie gets done, you can thread the other one through and wind it through the projector onto the middle platter.
Yeah, and you know, I mean, those were like the home movies. Okay, I'm saying my age now, but those were like the home movies that you could get on that reel-to-reel. I remember my nan used to have them. Yes. Oh my gosh.
So we kept it serviced. There was a guy out of Idaho that would come and service it, and it runs beautifully. It's very quiet and very, very nice.
Wow.
And this is our current projector. It's digital. It's a Christie Roadrunner, and we picked this one out. It was used because it has the most cinematic quality to it, like film of any other digital. And the fact that it's on a silver screen also enhances the film image, so it looks just, you can't tell it apart from the film.
Wow.
So it's a very beautiful projector. So,
Oh,
and it's so easy to run. A child could do it. In fact, my popcorn kids, I've trained them on how to do it. So.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
And how do you choose the movies that you show in your movie
Just
theater?
whatever I decide. I'm sort of the person that decides most of it is personal things I like. I love movies that are based on true events. And so I tend to feature a lot of those heavily. In fact, we just got done with one, The Fisherman's Friends. Yes.
I love that movie.
It is awesome.
Yeah, it was set in Cornwall. But yeah, I'm not from Cornwall. I'm originally from London, but that's where it was set, and it was based on a true story.
Yeah.
And and they have a music CD out on that. So I was like, oh my gosh.
To get the soundtrack is wonderful. So.
Yes. Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah. Yes.
And then when
And
you
I
look out
think
the
my
viewing
husband
window,
has just fired up the
we
vintage.
got this little slide projector.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, just look
Look
out
at
the
that.
screen.
Oh. Okay.
See what it says
Oh yes.
here?
That one is intermission spoken in the lobby only. And there's another one that we must insist you refrain from talking so that others can enjoy the show.
And these look like older.
Old slides.
They are
Yes.
original old
Oh, and you
from
are
the
doing them
40s.
from here. Oh, from the 40s.
Yep, and we use this sometimes for, like, if people lose their keys or left their lights on or need a message delivered to somebody in the audience, we can flash it up on the screen and it'll show over the...
Wow. Oh boy. Look at.
We hosted a wedding, what do you call it? Yeah, we had a wedding here. These couple actually got married. And we had a bachelorette party here.
Ooh, what? So you do rent out for parties then? Do you?
We do.
So they get to pick the movie. Wow. Oh my gosh. Oh boy. Okay.
If it wasn't for your wedding, we would have no reason to get dressed up. Word of advice about your nuptials. Girl, don't let him touch your nuptials
To get married. Oh, I love this.
Yeah.
Wow.
Cool.
Oh my God. You know, I'd have a field day with that. What can I write now? What can I write now?
So over here, Mandy, these are how they used to do the films. The red ones were for the first movie. They would drape the film over them, the different reels. You could have up to 8 or 9 reels. It was a really long movie. And then the second movie they would have in the blue clothespins, as you can see by the sign.
Wow.
But this is what the film would have come on, these reels.
Wow.
In the old days, these are very desirable for their design aesthetic, their Art Deco. People make coffee tables out of them, but we are not selling them.
Yeah, it's about a 18 to a 20-minute reel.
Yes.
And you would switch from one machine to another. Yeah. And so the projectionist was fairly busy. You know. He'd start off with both of them loaded, like my dad or myself or someone would load both the machines. Start one, and when that one's empty, he'd switch over to this one, take that one, put it away, put the new one there, thread it through the machine, and then get all ready so that when this one ran out, then he'd switch over to that. So for every 18 minutes, he was going from one to another. So
Wow.
And
Wow.
if it ever broke, he had to patch it, right? And so
Or
his
if
patching
you got-
equipment was right here. He had this tape.
yeah, a little splicing
Anyway.
machine.
So everything still works. We just leave everything set up. I hope to maybe someday when he and I decide we're actually going to retire, I'd like to turn this into a museum. Just have people come through, and you never
Yeah.
know.
Yes.
Let me show you this also. This is original.
Here, I can
The
get it
butter
out.
machine.
Here, let me get it.
I'm so short. That's why I married him. He can get all the tall things.
Oh.
One of the reasons.
Oh.
So,
Oh.
yes, that was the original machine. And I had
Pure
looked-
creamy butter.
Yep, there was a plate on the front that tells, the data plate on it tells the model and everything, your hands on it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I contacted the company after I'd seen that they're still active. And the owner's son, actually, he used to work on these machines when he was a kid. He goes, I would love to have that someday. So if we do sell the theater, I'll see that he gets it back.
Yes.
I loved it.
It's like a treasure. Oh, and how old is that,
Well,
do you think?
well, 49 was from the theater, so I'm guessing in the late 40s. Like these old vintage graphics on the fuses, they're just massive.
And I think it gives your theatre character from
Yes.
how it used to be and how you want it to be. And that's beautiful.
Yeah. Let's show you the cry room. Watch your.
The cry room?
Yep, they call it the cry room because when people have babies and they fuss,
Yes.
place to put them so that they don't bother the rest of the
Okay.
audience.
Wow, a cry room.
Yep. So his dad had put a cry room in.
It used to be just a storage area.
Okay.
So he put that big window in, and we put two seats from Chevy Suburbans.
So they
For
could
the
lay their
seats.
babies down in between.
And so it works perfect.
And you have like speakers in here. Oh my gosh, is that the speaker up there?
It's a speaker.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
It's a
got their own
tube
speaker.
type. You gotta
Wow.
wait for it to warm up.
Oh, wow. And look, and you can even see the movie.
Yeah. And so if the babies are crying, you know,
I wanna go
it
to-
mutes it pretty good. You know, there's a vent down here. You can still hear them, but it's not like they were down in the auditorium crying, you know.
And 9 times.
Wow.
That way the mothers can watch the movie even though their kids are fussing.
And do people come up here and use this today?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
We have a couple who are both hard of hearing, and they can hear better in here than they can down there.
They can
Oh,
turn the volume up wherever they want it to.
wow.
And one friend of Gus is Roger Lincoln. He brought his wife Mabel up here on their anniversary. They went on their first date here, up in the cry room, and they wanted to relive the experience. So I think we brought them some champagne and some.
Oh,
That's kind of romantic.
oh, and I'm sure they remember that for the rest.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. See, look at all the memories that you're bringing back of, you know.
Movie's on. We turn this off. You know.
Okay.
This light here.
Yes. Wow. Oh boy, a cry room.
Yeah. And there's a story to this ski, water ski. Gus, you want to tell it?
Well, it belongs to a friend of mine over in the Flathead Valley. And I like the water ski. We had a boat and everything, and he had a boat over in Kalispell. And I borrowed his ski one time, and as he was also a private pilot, and he had his own airplane. And one day he went up in his airplane and flew to the coast and came back, and there was a thunderstorm coming through Kalispell, and he got caught in that thunderstorm as he was approaching the Kalispell City Airport. Had him and his wife and 2 other fellows, friends of his, in the airplane. And that microburst hit him as he was on short final at the Kalispell City Airport, and he crashed on landing and killed all 4 people.
Oh.
And I had borrowed his ski, and then Scott and Evelyn Young were the 2 married couple that were killed. And I had the ski, so I thought, well, who do I give it to? His dad had passed away, and his mother was up in years, so.
Wow.
I thought, well, since I borrowed it from Scott, I'll just display it in the theater.
Yeah. Oh.
Top of the line O'Brien, beautiful wooden ski.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's kind of old vintage, old school, and that's
real
kinda
nice water ski.
And it's something that you'll always have. And,
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
in the theater's personal to us, and
Yes.
goes with us if we ever do so.
Has a story.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah.
I know I keep saying wow, but
That's okay.
wow. I'm just in awe, It's beautiful. And you both seem so happy being in here, It just, lots of memories.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was really kind of a labor of love.
Yes.
Shut off. It's got its own
Yeah.
fan in here.
Okay, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway,
So-
it's fun. We love it.
Nice, and the cry room, and look at the chairs. Lovely. Oh gosh.
Yeah, they're perfect chairs.
Gus, did you build this?
Nope.
This was here.
That was it.
Your dad had chairs
Dad,
in here.
yeah, he had chairs.
He
Okay.
built the original cry room. If you look on those pictures,
That's
in the
right.
lobby,
Sorry, you said
there
that.
was no
window.
cry room.
This the storage. zone
Yeah.
is
He
here,
he did all this. So
Wow.
built stadium seating, and he had, I think, bigger, more comfortable chairs in here. I believe.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Loges they call them.
But
That's
this
neat.
worked out
But nothing
better,
beats
you know.
plush padding.
Right.
Especially if they had,
And
toddlers and stuff like that, they could lay down.
and that is lovely though, because you thought of everybody. So
Yeah.
if you're watching this and you're like, oh, we don't want to go because we got kids, and they're, hello, you have a cry room that you can bring your lovies to. Oh, it's lovely. Just lovely. You thought of everybody. I think I'd be happy too if it was like a sad movie and I didn't want anyone seeing me cry.
And I think I used to be a sailor in a past life, because everything nautical just appeals to me. It just does something to my soul. I love the ocean. And very
Yeah.
landlocked. So everything has kind of a nautical theme in here. This used to be the girls' restroom, but I changed it to the boys because we would call them actors. Put it on the door because the girls use the bathroom far more frequently than the boys.
Yep.
And
Yep.
that way they don't have to come all the way down the hall. They
Okay,
can just go
yep.
Right there.
Okay, and the girls' toilet is down here. Wow.
Yeah. And so this comes from my son.
Ah.
He was a projectionist at the theater in Kalispell. He worked at the movie theater, and they gave him this wonderful poster, and he had it in his bedroom for a long time. And after he went off in the Marines, I kept it, and I think it just goes perfectly here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Big, long,
Yes.
most posters aren't that.
And this was
Yes.
our first movie.
That was your first one. Wow, Austin Powers. Yes. Yes. Who doesn't know him, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
We just put that one up just because it was.
Nice.
And the Ninja Turtles, I get a kick out of this one. So I'm into martial arts, and that's kind of why I kept that. But as you can see, that this is also nautical themed. In there.
The
I did that
actresses?
mural on the.
Wow. Oh boy. See, that's what I'm saying. It's filled with love, You've got your own personal touch in every room, even the toilets. It's lovely. And a chair and
Yeah,
oh,
he used to read up here, but he doesn't anymore.
yeah. Someone's got to show the movie, right?
They kind of run themselves now.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, we forgot to show you. There's a cooperator in here.
A
Harry
co-
Warren, they had it
A
before.
cooperator?
Yes. He had it set up so that he could do everything from right here
Right.
or in the ticket booth. He could run everything from there.
Wow.
So it's all wired, but we don't use it anymore because we train the
Turn it
system.
on or off. And,
Yeah.
adjust the volume
Curtains,
and
you could
everything.
start the movie, everything from right here.
Wow.
Turn off the sound system for the. We have a little stereo. We play music before the show. And we shut it off. But he had it really set up nice.
Yeah. So when you get people here, do you get like a lot of locals,
Yep.
a lot of people that come out of
Well,
town?
we get mostly locals. In fact, most people walk to the show. So there may be no cars here, but there'll be 20 people in here because they walk. It's a nice time of evening, 7 o'clock.
Yep.
They come down and.
And how often do you show a movie? Is it every day? Is it?
No, we're running right now. We got Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then we have a mystery movie on Wednesday.
Okay.
So it's 4 nights a week is what we're
So
doing
the
now.
mystery movie, nobody knows what it is. Even our projectionists, our popcorn kids are kept in the dark until the movie shows. So it can be. I've been taken to giving clues lately. So last Wednesday I gave a clue. If you're a beauty school dropout, this is a perfect summer movie for you. And it was Grease.
Yep.
And people came in costume and they dressed. A lady that has costumes. She brought like 3 pink lady jackets and hung them on the door so people could put them on. And it was great. I put my saddle shoes on and.
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
7 p.m.
Okay, and so that the movies, is it the same movie those 3 nights?
Yes, it is.
Okay, all right, okay, nice.
Yeah.
And do they have to call ahead, or can they just come in?
No, they just come in, and then we have the $3 movie night is Wednesday, and that's the mystery movie. So sometimes that's our biggest crowd.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, and that's at the same time.
Yep.
At 7.
Yeah, I figured
Okay.
it's easier for people to remember.
Okay.
I'd like to call your attention to this wall here.
Okay.
This is a local celebrity, sort of. His father, Jeff LaBeouf, used to live here. And he brought Shia over to town one time and came through.
Wow.
And
Okay.
Jeff used to come and he would order popcorn, a big bag of buttered popcorn, and he'd throw junior mints in it. And,
Oh, that sounds delicious.
Yeah, he's the only one that's ever done that. And these are all my popcorn kids. Well, most of them.
Okay.
And then there's
Nice.
some over there. But I give them all jobs. I teach them how to count back change. And
Mm-hmm.
in fact, this little gal here, she said she got a job because the prospective boss asked her if she knew how to count change. She said, yes, I learned at the
Yep.
Highline Theater. And so she got the job. And she called me up all excited.
Yes, because you don't really see that these days now.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of kids struggle with that.
Yep. And
Lovely.
you asked about people coming from the distance.
Yep.
These two are from Loma, father and son, and we played the Blues Brothers, and they came in costume. And so here's a picture of the 3 boys down here.
Me and the 2 boys.
Yeah, Gus and
Wow.
Dressed up like
Yep.
the Blues
Nice.
Brothers.
And this is an original lobby card that came to this theater. The theaters would send them out to the film companies would send them out to theaters, and they display them on an easel in the lobby. And one little gal was just in love with James Dean, who wouldn't be, And so Gus's dad let her have this. And she took it with her, and then when she heard we had the theater back, she mailed it back to us. He said we could put it as well.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
so there he is.
So it made a full circle. Wow.
Yep. So here's because we're aviation themed, here's our sign and our prices. We're our combos. As you can see, we got the 747 is humongous. It's like the most gigantic.
Wow.
So that's what we call it.
Oh boy. So are you open all year? Are you?
No.
Okay.
Just during the summer. Basically, end of April, first part of May through August.
Okay.
Because school starts up and nobody comes to the theater.
Yeah.
They've
So
got
we're just
high school sports, football and then basketball and stuff.
Yeah.
And that's-
So when would be your last night this year? We're in
this
20.
coming weekend, the 28th.
Oh, okay.
One
Yeah.
more weekend.
Okay. Okay. All right. Gotcha. All right. So,
Yeah.
so if you're coming, you need to come this weekend. This weekend.
Yeah. It's going to be a good movie. That's all I will say.
Oh
All our
boy.
movies are good.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Bad movie.
There they go. Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
So this is the original 1949 Prophet Twin Manly popcorn. It's the only one in existence, and in the United States, I think there might be one in Canada. But originally, it had a fountain on this side, and it was like a Coliseum model. They called it, like big venues like Wrigley Field, or big sporting events they would have this machine. It was able to keep up with big crowds.
So it was like a high production machine.
Yes.
Okay.
Big venues, so it's definitely underutilized here, but it's it makes wonderful popcorn. People love our popcorn. One time there was a guy that came from Germany. He had a birthday party here. We reserved the theater. We showed a motorcycle movie, and I think it was James Dean. Anyway, The Wild Ones, I believe, and the Germans kept coming up and getting popcorn. And one guy came up and he said, "This is the best popcorn I've ever tasted. I'm going to bring my family." We thought, yeah, right. So a year later, he comes from Germany with his family to have popcorn at our theater.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh boy. Wow.
So,
Yep.
So when we first got the theater, the curtain had quit working. The motor had died. So we contacted a company in Great Falls, and they rewound the motor for us. It came over from England. It's a heavy-duty, beautiful motor, and it's kind of big. And anyway, they restored it because it has a unique sound, and we wanted to preserve that sound. So
Right.
if you'd like to, I don't know if you can record it.
Yes, so if I go real close down there, or
Gus
okay,
will-
I am heading down. Hey, you can't convince me not to come in here. I love it. Oh, okay. Oh, gotcha. Okay, so I'm gonna feel like royalty here, aren't I? Wow.
Then, if you want to take a picture of it, I'll open it if you want.
Yes.
Come back.
Oh my gosh, I'm walking backwards because I can't take my eyes off of it. That is like red velvet curtain, isn't it?
Yeah, uh-huh.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, I don't think you guys are ever going to sell this movie theater, are you? How can you ever do that?
I had so many plans for it that have not come to fruition. But
Yeah.
yeah, I still may do it. We've had a couple of near purchases this year, but for this reason or the other, it didn't happen.
Because you're supposed to keep it. That's why, yeah.
That's what it is, Mandy.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
So what I want to do is
Yep.
there's a row of seats that
Down the front here.
5 or 6 rows there. I wanted to take them out and put it in a nice performance floor there, and we could have like people perform, like open mic night, or dance, or a better place where people have like serve cake and ice cream if they're having parties.
Yes.
You can see where the floor levels out there.
Yeah, it changes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it becomes level. Right here.
Yes, I feel it now. I didn't notice that until you said that.
And I think this would make a nice little dance floor, or they can perform up on the stage. Oh, Gus told me one time back.
Yes, look at this. I didn't come up close. Wow. Oh, yes.
I got these lions from Las Vegas. Gus's sister brought them down for us. I told her, I'm looking for some lions for the stage. I want something kind of majestic. And anyway, so there they are.
Nice.
The lions, kind of.
Yeah, let's see if I can get this one. The light is letting it.
Gus
There
said
it goes.
one time there was
Wow.
A roller skating act that came through, and they were using the stage, and Gus's dad was just a pile of nerves.
He's scared he's gonna fall through the screen.
Fall through the screen or come right into the lights and.
Yeah. And
Oh, look at that. Yes.
Yep, this one and the outside ones.
Wow. And I was saying earlier how this is like material and vinyl. And when you put the seat down, it stays down. It doesn't catch you
it doesn't
on the
pop out.
bum.
No, it's very heavy. And when people lose stuff, they always lose it right here.
Yeah.
So if they lose their cell phone, it's 9 times out of 10 right in this little triangle there.
Oh, wow.
Originally, the seats were all pink, and then sometime in the 70s, I think, one of the local guys and a woman that worked here in town here, they redid all the seats with the caps and the seats.
It's lovely. Oh,
One time a fellow that he liked the drink, and the bar was right across the street, you know, and he was a well-known, well, he was an alcoholic. There's no kidding what it was.
Yep,
And he was a bachelor, and he would sit over in the bar till he got tired of drinking, then he would come over to the theater and go to see a show. So Dad would take him down, way down in front, because he would sit there and kind of talk to the screen, and he smelled pretty bad, you know. He was down here one time, and a lady was singing opera, and he was down there just barely talking at all, you know. And he looked up there, and he saw that gal singing, and he stood up and raised his big old long arms up there and went, boo! The whole theater started laughing. You know? But he was standing there booing that gal. He thought it was a live performance.
oh, I'm with ya. Yes. Oh,
So Dad took him down and took him up the exit. So as they're going up the exit, he turned around, boo!
oh, yes. Yeah. This. Oh, the memories.
He thought he was seeing a live performance.
The memories, though. You know, do you have people like traveling from out of state, like my grandparents were here, or you know, do you hear from stories from people way back when and tell you stories about your theater, or?
I don't think we've had two. We've had some popcorn girls come and tell us, you know, about their experiences here. And there used to be, was there a teacher in the high school that always had a certain chair?
Oh, yeah. Oh, right here in the back.
Okay.
And so that was his chair, and people would go, oh, that's so-and-so's chair. I mean, they
Wow.
knew that that's where he sat. So
They just put a thing on there reserved for Mr. So-and-so. I forget what his name is.
Yeah. And so, all right, so here's a question. Have you guys ever like just came down and just make the popcorn and get like your sodas and just both sit in here and just watch movies?
we had a private showing. We saw a movie, we screened it in private because it was kind of a touchy subject. It was about Alzheimer's.
Okay.
His mother suffered from that.
Yep.
And so it's kind of an emotional thing. So we saw that ourselves. It was The Notebook.
Yeah.
It was so good. Yeah, so we saw that. And then we had an aviation movie that had subtitles. And we showed to a pilot friend of Gus's, Buster and his wife, Grace. We came and we made popcorn. We sat here. So I've shown movies to my friends in private. You know.
Yeah.
In fact, I've got two girls coming over tonight to watch a movie they've never seen with Chris Pine called, this is another one based on a true story. It's called The Finest Hours.
Okay.
Really good movie.
Okay.
Set in the late 40s.
Okay.
But,
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah.
So when you talk about private, like movies, private, earlier you had said that people sometimes can rent out your movie theater. How does that work? Do they call you or?
Yeah, they usually get a hold of us, and one time we had a group that was having a class reunion in Chester, and they wanted to all come as a group and watch a movie that was popular when they were young. So we procured the movie and did that. We've had the car club want to see a car movie. The motorcycle people want to see a motorcycle movie. So yeah, we have done that. They just get hold of us and we try to make it happen.
And how can they reach you? What is your contact information?
Well, it's mostly they call 406-355-4591 in Rudyard, the Gustafsons, or they can email us. I have an email letter that I sent out every Monday or Tuesday to let them know what the movie is, and also if the mystery movie is family friendly or not. So yeah, so and that, and then I have a Facebook page also, and that's Película Cine. One of my former Spanish students at the high school, she's set it up and does the updating on it. And she named it, which the two words mean movie theater. Película Cine.
Oh, and could you spell that? Could you spell
Yes,
that for me?
it's Pelicula, and then the next word is Cine.
Okay.
Yeah,
That is neat. That's unique. That is unique. Nice. And what do you know about the movie theater? Like, what do you want everyone to know about your movie theater?
Well, it's like stepping back in time, and we really like people to enjoy the movie, and it's basically a service we're providing. We're not looking to, we don't overcharge on anything because we want people to afford it and be able to have memories, especially like families. You can't go to the theater without spending $50 or more, and here you can do it well for under $25 for a family. So. Yes. Oh, I can't thank you both enough for allowing me to come in here and just open your door and share. When I came in, I got goosebumps, and I don't know why. Maybe I'm from that generation. You know, but it's from the outside, I didn't expect to see what was on the inside. I guess I expected it to be a lot smaller, but when you come in, it's like you've opened the book to the past. Yes.
And it tells a story, and all the things that you have in your theater tells a story, and the memories that you have, Gus, from your mum and dad.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. You open up that special place.
Yeah.
Coming from there into here is like, people come in and they just...
Because it looks a lot like it used to.
Yep.
Of course, we had seats that went clear to the wall. 2 more seats. There's 6 wide now on
There
each
was only
side.
the center aisle.
And it used to be 8 wide. And then there was one more row of seats in the back, and
Okay.
one more in the front. So
Yep.
we had a total of 20 rows. And then they kind of angle in at the last 2 rows. And we had a total of 314 seats. And now we've got, 266 after we've taken out
Wow.
our previous owners had taken out.
Okay, and this is the original floor and chairs. Oh, and again, it's just beautiful. It really is. And if anyone is interested in chatting with you, talking about renting out your movie theater, I will leave all that information in my description box, and then they can get a hold of you. Can they get a hold of you during the winter time too, even though the movie theater's closed? Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Thank you both so much. Just so much. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming on this adventure with me to the Highline Theater in downtown Rudyard, Montana. It is a treasure, a true treasure. And as soon as you walk in there, it's like you've stepped back in time. And I know I keep saying oh boy a lot, and I apologize, but I was just lost for words on how to describe everything. It was so much coming at me at one time. It was absolutely beautiful. Ophelia and Gus, thank you both so much for taking your time and showing us around and the history of your beautiful theater. And Gus, how it was with your mum and dad, and Ophelia, you guys have just brought it back to life, and I absolutely love it. Again, you can rent it for birthday parties, you can rent it for a whole bunch of friends to get together. I am definitely going to do that this year or next year. Remember, this weekend, the end of August, is the last time you can come to this movie theater. So please come and support them, or put it on your things to do for next year to come and support this beautiful theater. It's lovely, and there's so much love that is poured into this. Please come, whether you are a local, whether you are on holiday, whether you are out of state, or you're even like down by Great Falls and that. please, please come and support this beautiful, beautiful family movie theater. It is absolutely a gem hidden in this beautiful town of Rudyard. And if you would like more information, I will leave it all down in my comment box. If you like this vlog, please give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to hit subscribe. They gave me popcorn. I'm going to eat my popcorn. I am sitting in their beer garden, as they call it. I love it. See, I've got to point this out. See, this was a crack in the wall and Ophelia turned it into a tree. That is so cool. She's so talented. Anyway, thank you, Gus and Ophelia. Again, thank you so much. And thank you all for your support. Cheers. See you later. Bye. This is good popcorn. Bye.